there's any job description back home. If you're hired as a househelp, it's a househelp.
I mean, if the lady's there 24/7 bending over, cleaning and dusting the house.
Yeah.
Everybody, welcome back to the Moda for Mamas. We're here back again with another topic. If you're new, like, subscribe, and share. And if you're one of our regulars, welcome back. We love you. So today we're going to talk about house helps. Whatever Gina you give them, maid, house manager. So Miss Sarah, have you experienced house helps?
Yeah, I think every Kenyan, any Kenyan or any African has hired one. You have been raised by one, all right? Back home, we have all these expectations from them, from the house helps.
Yeah.
Whether it is, how they raise our children and all that. And then you come here and realize, oh boy, it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. Right. So just a little snippet for guys who probably don't know. What we refer to as house help is someone where typically you bring them into your home and they live with you and your family. They help you with your kids. They help you with washing clothes, cooking food, whatever job description it is. And a lot of them stay in home with you.
I like the way you've said about job description. I don't think there's any job description back home. If you're hired as a house help, it's a house help. There's no like...
It's almost like you're a second mom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen where people have house help from when the kids are very young and the kids start to call the house help mom because mom has to go back to work and dad is always working. And this is a person with the kid every day, feeding them, changing them, walking with them.
It is true. They're a big part of the family. I feel like we sometimes take advantage of that. So they are cooking, they're cleaning, they're doing homeworks for the kids. But go ahead. I just wanted to mention that.
No, you're right. And the pay is not necessarily... it's not the best. I do know that in the last few years, there's been a little bit of reforms and asking more for rights for them, which is really good, health and all that. Because such horror stories I've heard before in my life about, how people treat. And yes, there's those stories where the house help runs away with the husband, blah, blah, blah. We know both sides of it. There's both extremes of it.
Yeah.
For the most part, I think they've always been a staple. I personally grew up in a household where we had a house help. Some were good, some were not so good. But one thing I liked about my mom is she always said, Mimi don't nimem hire, not you, right? So we'd still come home and wash our uniform. I remember
very good.
Like, washing socks, but they didn't get
very good.
But you had to wash your own uniform. And we had a rotation of who cooks when. So if today was Velma's day of cook, yes, honey, that's how we cook.
But see, that is very different. That's I've never heard of that because if you hire a house help, everybody treats them like really, that you cook. Oh no, you can't cook when there's a house help. You wash your clothes. Oh no, you're not washing your. I like that. Kudos to your mom. In fact, some of the moms, if they find their children washing or cooking, they'll be like, "Where is Nanny?" Yes.
Which is sad because a lot of those house helps are actually the age. I remember by the time we're in high school, you're looking at the house help, so this is just another girl who maybe her family couldn't afford to pay for school or couldn't afford to, and I really didn't like that. Another thing I really admired my parents for is they always took them to trade school. As long as they were willing to go, if you were with us a certain amount of time, my mom would take you to learn tailoring, she'd take you to learn. And I thought that was such an uplifting, like I pray I have a heart like that because you're always bettering somebody's life. They don't need to be a household for the rest of their lives. Okay. Although now we have a different, now we have house managers, I'm usually seeing like Vera Sidika on house manager. She's got a uniform. I'm assuming she's paid in that kind of whatever, that kind of regard. I give it props because it comes closer to what we have here, right? Over here, it's a profession. You're not an all-encompassing artist, and now you do everything in the house. You're either a host,
no,
or you're there to help with the kids. You're a nanny, right?
Right.
You're very specific in your job description. You're not expected to do more outside of it, and you get paid sufficiently for what you do.
And it is a 9-to-5 job, okay?
Yes.
Good pay. They respect you. Even for your birthdays, they give you gifts on your birthdays,
And I think it also helps create boundaries, right? But I mean, if the lady's there 24/7 bending over, cleaning and dusting the house.
Yes.
Right? Even when I'm not there, hallelujah. It ain't going to be like that, honey. I thank God for the day scholars nowadays. You can come, you can assist, and therefore you can exit left after you get your...
I know.
Right, because temptation is real.
They have learned their lessons.
If I have a chick in my house cooking better chapos than me, the day we fight, I don't know. Is my mom going to be looking at her like, what?
Another thing that is different is the relationship they have with their bosses. It's like the relationship you have with your boss, right? Yeah.
It's a job like any other.
Oh, yeah.
And because I've seen even there's times horror stories in Bunny, and again way back, correct me guys if I'm wrong, comment and let me know. But I've seen those stories where the mama would beat the maid, right? Am I your child that I come work for you and you beat me?
I saw it in the news. I saw it in the news. The girl has marks everywhere. Why are you saying that you have not been beating the girl and she has marks? 1 year and she has marks everywhere.
Yeah. I've seen some who are starving people, and my question is, if you expect this woman to take care of your children to the best of her ability, why wouldn't you feed her? It's a basic human right. Why wouldn't you ensure that this person is happy?
That people are doing back home is to put cameras now.
Yeah.
So that when you come back home, you get. That's why you're seeing all these videos coming up of people, torturing kids and doing all.
But I still don't know how I would feel, Sarah, if I came home and watched the screen and you had beat my kid. Like, I still don't know how much anger I could put on you today. But again, are these people frustrated? Because yes, there's crazy people out there. There's a lot of crazy people, no matter what country you go to, no matter what gender and color. But are you stressing this person out so much that the only place they could take it out on?
I wonder.
I
wonder. Or are they paying? Because if you have a job, they're paying you good. You love doing that job. But then you have this other job. You're being paid peanuts. Mm-hmm. You're expected to do so much.
Yeah. Where is the humanity in the title of house help? I mean, in all these other countries, they call them fancy things. Like I said, house manager, au pair. What do you want to call the people that help you in the home? You treat them as such, as people who are helping you. Topic for another day. But I do remember as a teenager, it used to be a funny joke for the guys, right? Kunaila time, everyone was talking about they were getting into more of the sexual part of their lives. So but a lot of the guys would always mention the maid. And I realized a lot of our male youth are abused by those we keep at home as maids. To them, or maybe it's the male ego, it would be, me nilipita na mboch. But the truth is, you are sexually abused. But they're men, right? They would brag about it. But if you think about it, the truth is maybe they're talking out because they have other boys around them and you want to look macho. But the truth is, if you're not ready and you're not making a consensual decision, then you are being raped.
Can I ask you then, if they're saying this, are the househelps younger, like around their age?
Right, exactly. That's what it is, right? Because a lot of the househelps that are selling by the time you're in high school, tunatoshana miaka, sindio? Or they're not that much older than you. You're 16, they're 21, 22, 23. Right? So they are also exploring, you're exploring, and who's there? Maid. So I'm just saying.
But that can be both ways. It can be also the boys are also trying to do
True. It can be the boys who are also oversexed. The hormones are running all over the place. Yeah. The maid is there. She's too scared. She's quiet. So nyakua. So it goes both ways. But I do think there's a lot more that happens than parents know. So, and another thing, again, we probably got to do this sexuality and children at some point. I did see this article where I mean, as I'm learning, I'm still pretty new. You've been at it maybe for a little bit longer. There's something about teaching our children to correctly, like the correct names of their genitals, right? Because this young girl was in school and said to her teacher, Uncle so-and-so ate my cookie. And the teacher was like, well, just get another one. But it wasn't until she was sitting down and sometime way later and they were having a conversation that she realized the child refers to her private parts as her cookie.
Yeah, that's a street way of talking. Like right now, my daughter she's about to be a teenager, right? No, I have to teach her all these things. Understanding personal space.
Yeah.
Personal space and boundaries.
Yeah. Oh, no. Sounds like that's gonna be our next topic. But
I think so.
Conclusion of this one though is the best thing that I think I have realized about being in diaspora, that there's no stigma attached.
No.
The job of a house help, as we call it. I mean, people take you in, and again, whichever definition falls for you is what you do, and you're able to stand up tall. I used to feel like at home, house help or mboch or whatever they call it now, you're kind of not so proud of it. But it is, if you think about it, it's a great job. You raise children, okay? You cook for families. You get families going and functioning every day. So it is a noble job. It does.
Yeah, ask us over here, where especially when moms, you have to go to work and then you have to come back and cook and clean and do all those things. It is really, really tough. So for people who are back home, appreciate those house helps. They are doing so much work. You can't even pay them enough. There's no enough money for that. Take care of your children, to trust people with your children, with the food that they're eating, and hoping that they're not going to harm them. You know, you cannot pay anybody enough money for that.
Yes, yes. And guys, if you have anything else to tell us, teachers, school us about what's going on now with the house helps, house managers, au pairs, whatever we call them, leave a comment down below and we'll be sure to touch on it. Thank you so much for tuning into More Afro Mamas, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.